Oh,
45 or two zigzags. Look at all I need.
look right
I'll
there.
get some pussy from the girl next door. 'Cause the daddy
How
don't
come every time we in here, y'all over there fucking throwing pots and pans and shit?
I know. She meal prepping,
Cooking some
so
jerk chicken.
or finishing up her meal prep. All right, let me get this going real quick. I'll go.
Hello.
Y'all go ahead and okay. Let me go. I'm gonna
Don't
start the
touch
show
me
off.
there,
And
you
then,
pervert.
Yeah, that's his no square.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start the show off. All right,
Oh, shit, we're recording it? I'll do it.
welcome to another episode of Nerds of
recording?
Combat. Yeah, I'm recording.
All right.
All right, let me start this over again.
Are you live?
Had to check, bro.
No, before I even do it, let me just double check again. Computer's fine. Let me check
This
the
nigga might
YouTube.
have Pornhub over the goddamn screen and shit.
I was like, well, their YouTube channel getting fucking banned.
Right.
Immediately. Nigga.
Hey, if it didn't get banned now,
Okay, yeah, it's up.
gonna get banned.
All right. So let me share this out real quick. All right. Welcome to another episode of the Nerds of Combat VR Talk Show. I am your host, Static. Along my co-host to the right here.
Sup, bitches? It's Pete up.
My co-host to my left.
What up? It is I, Steam Knight Punk, in the flesh.
Call him Urban Steam Night.
Urban Steam Night. And we got a show for you guys tonight. We're gonna be talking about a number of things. First thing we're gonna go ahead and cover is it's not up there right now, but we're gonna cover the official choice of the new Superman, which we talked about a few weeks ago. It was at first it was rumored, but now it's confirmed. Then we're gonna go over, Marvel getting the rights back to the Incredible Hulk movie franchise.
The greatest.
Then we're gonna go over the discussion of the director from Logan, how he feels about the Deadpool 3 stuff, and Final Fantasy 16, and then we're gonna try to cap that off with the My Hero Vigilante announcement, being animated, and then we'll go over and see if we can try to get a little quick debate in. So I see y'all can put y'all's hands down real quick. So before we get before we get started, Dub, let's start with you. Anything interesting as far as the nerd realm this week that you want to throw out there and throw a little footnote on or anything?
No, not really. Give me some more time. I'll think about something. My mind be scatterbrained, bro.
All right. What about you, Moji?
Mainly 16.
Mainly just Final Fantasy 16? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been all my time.
Okay. All right. Well, fine. We'll just go ahead and dive into the first topic then. We'll go ahead and dive into Mr. Corn Sweat being the new Superman. All right, Doc, come on down, and then Diz, you right behind him.
No, go over there. Doc, go over there.
No, you go over there.
No, the camera can't see me.
We're good. That's good. Yeah, of course they want to see you. We don't want to break the YouTube player.
No, you're gonna break the record because I'm so cute.
Oh my lord. Look, I'm gonna move over here because I feel nervous with you standing behind me.
Hey, I took some morphine, so I'm fine.
Oh boy. Yeah, I doubt that seriously, but yeah. Man, I already forgot what I was about to say.
Okay,
Ah.
Diz, go ahead.
Well, I think Nicolas Cage will be a good candidate because playing Ghost Rider, that gave him near God experience of how to handle the powers. So he should do fine.
Okay. All right. The new guy looks like a young Henry Cavill. Did I say the name right?
No.
Henry Cavill.
Cavill.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Cavill. Cavill.
Cavill.
Like cavalry.
Yeah. Cavill.
There you go.
Cavill. Henry Cavalry. Now, doesn't the new guy looks like a young version of him though?
he
can see
does a malnourished version, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's probably gonna bulk up. I mean, Henry Cavill when he first started wasn't super bulky.
Yeah, I mean he was close, but this guy is nowhere near.
Yeah, well, he's got time to bulk up. He's got room to grow. Drink some milk. Say his prayer, eat his vitamins, and all that good stuff. But I've never seen him act anywhere else. Did anybody know where he act from?
I have no idea. I never seen him in nothing else.
Nah, I ain't seen him.
Yeah, I never seen him.
Wait. I heard something about him. No, seriously. I heard he got his acting career from lying to his mom about his puberty.
Okay, do
Yeah,
you know where he came from?
I know. I've never heard of him. I thought y'all was gonna be able to tell me.
Nah, yeah, I looking into it, he don't really have anything.
Okay, so he's a completely unknown.
Nothing that I've heard of.
Yeah, completely unknown, huh?
Yeah, so no, new guy. Come on
Oh.
down, Judo. Got your hand raised.
Oh yeah. Before I leave, I think Dave Bautista should play Black Adam now. That is all.
I just wanted to say that.
I'm gonna touch on that too in a second, but go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say he's in like a cult classic horror movie. They say he did really well. So they said his acting is really good, and they most likely
Who?
the new guy, the new Superman guy.
Okay.
Yeah. They most likely they most likely picked him because he'll probably play really good Clark Kent. Why am I getting an echo? Yeah. So yeah, they picked him
Oh,
mainly
no,
to
I
play
hear though.
Clark Kent because he's like really good at that role that he did in that cult classic movie. He was really like nerdy and kind of Clark Kentish. So they feel they were more or less picking a guy to play Clark Kent and not so much Superman.
What movie? What's the name of that movie?
Oh, something with it. It's like a woman's name, like Alice or Malice or some shit. Look on the IMDb. See anything with like a woman's name?
IMDb. Oh God. God damn it. Okay. Let me double check. Let
There's
me
some
see.
horror movie about it. It's a sequel to another movie, so it should be like part 2 or something or something crazy.
He can play Dylan Dog.
He said Dylan Dog.
Yeah, well they
All right, David Corn Sweat.
I was just watching some of the Snyderverse in big screen. They had it in 3D. That was some good 3D, man. I saw the part where the I forgot to call them the Amazons were protecting the box, and freaking what's his name came out. Is that guy's name? Beowulf.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was Beowulf.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was cool. That 3D was really good. That movie is still solid. Still holds up. I mean, Spider-Verse is
Yeah, it's solid.
Spider-Man 2 is still my number one superhero movie now. But that Justice League, man, that's some good stuff.
Yeah.
The Justice League movie or the Man of Steel?
The Snyder cut. I didn't see that shit. I have no interest in seeing this corn sweat guy either, so I don't really give a fuck. But
Damn.
You
I
gonna
figure
watch
you'd be
it?
interested. Nah, no.
You gonna watch it? You gonna watch it, man?
You- I
Yes,
mean,
you will.
You say that, but he still ain't seen Man of Steel. So
I know, yeah.
he probably,
Well,
may
yeah,
not.
you know what? Hey, you know what? You're right. He probably ain't gonna watch it.
Nah, I
Yeah,
have
he-
no interest. I have
yeah,
no
he's
interest.
What up, Mike? Thanks for tuning in, man.
Look, yeah, he's a huge
Blunts McGee.
Superman hater.
Nah, I actually like the 80s Superman. I like
We
that.
got-
I actually
we
like
got a
Superman
court.
4.
You got a fellow New Yorker in the chat. I know
Yeah.
because he said yeah.
Uh-oh. Hey, that might be Kajudo's supplier.
Come on down, Diz.
But yeah. Did you find the movie?
Wait.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see anything that's Pearl. I see Pearl. Something called
That's
Yeah,
Pearl.
I seen Pearl.
Pearl
Yeah.
2?
Pearl 2.
Pearl
No.
2.
Whatever. I think that might be the movie. I'll look it up. I think it is Pearl.
All right. Hey,
I'm
Kaji, what
pretty
part of New York you
Oh,
from?
Lady in the Lake. That's what you talking about. That's
Nah,
a horror. I think it's
nah.
Lady in the Lake. Lady in the Lake is like some kind of horror thriller suspense thing.
Maybe, yeah, it could be. I'm in Manhattan. Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to remember. Is Manhattan supposed to be the real place for Metropolis?
I don't know if Metropolis is inspired by Manhattan. I'm not too sure.
Metropolis is Chicago and
No,
Gotham
it's
City is
not.
New
No,
York.
that's
Yeah, it is.
bullshit. It can't be.
Yeah.
Listen, Chicago is known for its news. Like Superman is all about like news and all that shit. So
Newsflash,
Chicago.
genius. Chicago does not have an open way to the ocean. New York does. That's why they had to move
Google it.
Gotham from Chicago to
Yeah, well, Google it.
now to someplace in New Jersey.
Yeah, Google it then. If you don't
I
believe me.
did. I didn't go to Google it now. I think that's why you don't like Superman. You're just mad he doesn't save your ass.
What the fuck is he talking?
What are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, maybe that's why he doesn't like Superman.
All right, I gotta go.
Metropolis is supposed to be in New York, and so he's mad that Superman hasn't come down and did a signing at his local lemonade stand.
He said you didn't. Oh man, Disney had too much. He took too much of his diabetic medication.
No, I'm actually I had to take a couple pills of morphine because my back was killing me.
Oof.
Two,
Okay.
two
Well,
Colt
what-
45 and two zigzags.
Put your shit down. Go there. Go sit down. Oh shit. All right.
Fucking make a timeout.
We got Blunts McGee says New York City is known as Gotham.
There you go. I knew it. Told you. Nah. Motherfucker living in New York don't even know.
I don't know. Some of these cities are clear or are inspired by real life cities. I'm not too positive on all of them. I know like Dakota City is based off of Detroit, which is like Static Shock's fucking city. I know that one, but
Yeah, I wouldn't be proud of being in Detroit either, so I would change it too.
yeah, just based off of what we do know about this corn sweat guy. How do you feel about him being casted as the new Superman instead of sticking to Henry?
I mean, I'm obviously Henry Cavill all the fucking way, but I mean, he looks the part. I mean, I can't really judge. Seeing as this nigga got like 2.5 films so far, like he ain't got much.
Yeah, I mean, he got nothing to really judge him off of.
Yeah, so I had to just kind of take their word for it. So I mean, the nigga, he got the blue eyes. He fucking look like Clark, I guess.
Yeah. What about you, Moji? What you got on it?
Same. I don't know anything about this cat. Just kind of have to wait and see, but cautiously optimistic as always.
Yeah.
His fucking name is stupid.
Yeah. I don't.
Start there.
It's gonna feel weird
Strike
calling my
one.
Superman corn sweat. That like
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Cornswoggle.
like that's gonna be
I
it's gonna
am
be weird. Come on,
Cornelio.
that.
Well,
Corn sweat.
honestly, it kind of makes sense for him to be corn sweat since he works on the farm. So
Okay.
yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
you're looking for the puns.
The camera.
Yeah. All right, you go ahead.
He called him an ugly bald bastard.
He's just
Oh,
mad 'cause the
God.
camera loves all this.
All right, get to your fucking seats. But but I don't know how I feel about it, man. Like I get it. I'm all for bringing in new talent and stuff like that, but it's like it's not necessarily needed. That's where I'm running into the wall at. Like Henry Cavill is still interested, more than capable, wants to do it,
Yeah.
but you just won't allow the nigga to do it. Like I don't understand. I really don't. And I don't want to hear that bullshit. Well, the Flash movie reset the universe, and this it brings in a whole set of whole new set of people and stuff like that for James Gunn's verse and shit like that. Like, no, you've done it on other occasions where you have the same person play different multiple versions of itself. So like, why not in this instance? So I don't know, man. I just Henry Cavill's my Superman. He's the best Superman we've ever had. I just kind of want to, as long as he's able to do so and it's still interested in doing it, I think you should just let him do it.
This is kind of like the same scenario we went through with Hulk, and it's crazy to see that that's on the fucking conversation of topics today. Because I feel like 5 to 10 years from now, we're gonna be looking back like, why the fuck did we do that?
Yeah, and that's a good segue going into the Incredible Hulk rights right now that Marvel got their rights back for that particular movie, so now they can make Hulk movies again.
That's amazing.
Will it be Edward Norton? No. He kind of burnt that bridge when they did have the rights and they were going to make another movie, and he was doing all these fucking demands and stuff like that and everything and stuff. Kind of being a dickhead on set and behind the scenes and stuff. He kind of burnt that bridge on himself. But Edward Norton was cool and all, as Bruce Banner, but Hulk stole the show, and that was a CGI motherfucker. So if we can get back to the savage, this savage ass, Hulk and everything like that, I'm cool with that.
Right.
Come on down, Judo.
I guarantee you the Hulk from that universe would not let She-Hulk twerk, nigga. He would have beat that bitch up.
Blunts McGee said, didn't they say the Hulk guy was super hard to work with? Yes. Edward Norton was extremely hard to work with. But at the same time, too, I kind of understand why, because it was still early in the kind of the superhero genre movies and stuff like that. And you had Edward Norton, who was coming off of like, Fight Club and, American History X, like these phenomenal movies and stuff like that. And coming into this very young genre that you don't know if it's going to make it or not. So he kind of had the leverage to be like, no, nigga, I'm not doing that. Like he had the leverage, which they didn't cave in on. Obviously, but if it was now and he tried that shit, it definitely wouldn't have flew. Like it's like no, we were like he would have been more cooperative if he was getting in now, because obviously the superhero genre movies is flourishing, whether they're good movies or bad movies, they're flourishing. Like that's all you see in the theaters for the most part and stuff. So yeah. What you got, Judo?
Yeah, I just hope that when they do the new Hulk movie, that they just continue where Norton left off. Like, I don't want a whole nother revamped Hulk again, because we had the first one way back. Was that guy named Aang or what the fuck his name was? Mm-hmm. He did that first Hulk, and then Norton came and established his version of Hulk. So I just want to keep that and just keep it going. I don't want to like a new origin, redoing the origin and all that BS and going through all that. I don't want to go through that. I just want them to continue right from that fight that they had at the Apollo up in Harlem, because that was like the coolest shit I ever seen, and just continue from there, and no more nostalgic references to the TV show, because like that Norton Hulk was all over that shit, and I think that's already done with. Let's just move on and keep it, continue it, but keep it its own thing at the same time. Don't try to like revamp it and pay fan service and all that nonsense. Mm-hmm.
So to bounce off of that, they did continue it already. The Hulk you have now is the same Hulk.
Oh yeah, I know that. So I'm just saying that when they do the new movie, I don't want them to try to establish a whole new kind of whatever legend.
No, if they do it, if they do a new movie, it's going to be continuing from the MCU, because that Edward Norton's Hulk is attached to the MCU.
I know they're the same guy. They just changed Norton because he was hard to work with. I know that. I'm just saying that sometimes when you get a new director and they consider this kind of like a new thing because they got the rights back again, they might try to like do some tweaks and like try to like maybe not retell the story, but like just kind of like soft reboot it in a way, and I don't want them to do that. Just continue from where it is, probably do Planet Hulk or some crap like that. And my last question to y'all, who do you think should direct it? I have no idea. So you guys got any director choices?
I really don't have any director choices on that. Come on down to this.
James Gunn, maybe?
Fuck no.
You want Zack Snyder for it?
Nah, I'm just throwing the shit out. I throw Zack in for everything, but I wouldn't mind it. I know he know how to do the gritty look. I mean, we know that off of 300 alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How being the Hulk fan that you are, the
Mhm.
Incredible Hulk fan that you are, like how are you? What do you expect from from them getting their rights back for this particular character?
What do I expect? Wow. I don't know, man. I just feel like they just need to get him back to the glory days, bro. Like growing up, Hulk was always my favorite, above Superman. It's just they haven't represented him well, you know. So I just want to see him get back to a point where he's not, you know, just standing around doing science all fucking day and shit. Like I want to see this nigga get out there.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
low, pretty. I guess I could say just low expectations, bro. Like I don't really. When it comes to Hulk, I don't really expect much. I expect that you should understand what you have with Hulk. Like who would want to do Hulk, you know, in a way that's not representing them well. So I just hope they don't fuck it up. I mean, we seen what they did with She-Hulk, so
yeah.
And they're
that-
also
yeah.
bringing uh Hulk's son,
Scar.
Scar.
oh yeah.
So maybe he'll be something good. But I'm with y'all. Rough.
Hulk
I'm
with that
done with.
pushback ass hairline.
Yeah, man. They gotta fix that soon.
Gave that man the monk cut, dog.
It made him look goofy as fuck. But nah. Done with Ruffalo.
Hell,
Done with, like you were saying, the smart Hulk shit. They play that shit out too much.
too much.
I miss the good old Savage Hulk. So if they can do that, that's the recipe for success.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like just don't fuck up.
My thing is like, I wouldn't mind them keeping him the professor kind of Hulk, but when it's time to fight, let that shit out.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
Come on,
that's like why you need fucking X-Men in there, because you can just have Beast do all that shit instead of trying
yeah,
to
that's a good point.
Yeah.
rely on Hulk to be smart. And
And I guess if you could say anything about expectations, man, how crazy would it be if Hulk and Wolverine fought? That'd be fucking nuts.
It's gonna be just like it does in the comics. Wolverine gonna lose.
Yeah, but we
But he
obviously would want
survived.
to. I'd watch that 100 times.
But he survived. That's a trip. No, but look, I just hope they don't do one thing with the Hulk.
what?
Do whatever you want.
Hmm?
Just don't pull a Spider-Man on it.
Oh boy.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Like-
clarify, nigga.
Biggest thing is you don't want to see Maestro pop up with Norton and the other guy, the guy who did it before Norton, the one that was working at the college.
Hulkverse.
Yeah, have it like
Okay.
have all these different.
Gammaverse.
Yeah,
Oh, why wouldn't that? Hold on. Why,
Gammaverse.
why would you not want that?
I kind of want to see that with the
Yeah.
oh boy, Doc Samson,
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
long green hair.
Well, I mean, the thing
Yep.
is that you go through all the. Yeah,
I like
'cause
that.
I don't want to.
I like that
mean,
emoji. Gammaverse. I like that.
Well, see, the thing is though, the reason I don't, because if they do it with, if they did it with the Spider-Man, then I do it with the Hulk. What's next? The Thors? Well, no, Thors would actually be cool. You got Beta Ray Bill and all them pop up. But see, I don't want them to keep doing all that.
They do have.
Do
versions.
it when it happens like that for a good reason.
I mean, can you
Not
really
just
say?
itself.
Can you really say you don't want them to keep doing all that when like they don't keep doing all that?
They know nostalgia
They only did
and
it.
shit like that.
They only did
so-
that with Spider-Man. Like
Yeah. That,
yeah,
right
we got
now.
we got the multiverse inside the MCU and everything like that, but like Spider-Man's the only one that we've seen with a bunch of different Spider-Man connected doing one thing and stuff like that. Like everyone else is like been replaced by somebody else in some way, shape, or form. Like we haven't seen a bunch of multiple versions of somebody just yet, like that.
Well,
Other than Loki.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'm talking about, but like in the comics, you know what I'm talking about. When Maestro was running, came to the one universe. I guess it was supposed to be our Hulk, and he brought him with him like 3 or 4 other Hulks. Now that's a great read. But I just don't want them to start doing that with every single character.
I,
Yeah.
I highly
I
doubt
can
they're
see
gonna do
that.
that with every single character.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do that, but I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't want them to overdo it. I mean, like if you want to come out with like a big ass battle royal of enemies and stuff like that, okay, maybe. But just to make it throw a cameo in there or something like that, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a little too much. I don't want them to screw him up because I love the Hulk. I still
wouldn't
say
mind-
Hulk. Savage Hulk could still beat Superman any day of the week.
I wouldn't mind
Well,
seeing
no.
Joe fix it.
I
You
was
said
just
Joe
thinking about
Fix It?
Joe Fix It.
Yeah.
How about when he was a bouncer at in Vegas?
Oh yeah, him and him
Wolverine.
and Wolverine. Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be a good
AKA
story.
Patch.
Yeah, Patch. Yeah. That was during the
Yeah,
time he
yeah.
got his eyeball ripped out and eaten.
That'd be
Yeah.
dope. Different Hulk story every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about that a while back that it would be viable to kind of do like the series and like a multiverse series and have like different versions. I mean, you kind of already did that with shit. Oh man, the name of the show is slipping my mind.
What if?
What's the 3D show that we was watching?
What if? What if?
The 3D animated show that we was watching, of Marvel, where it showed like the multiverse and shit like that.
What if?
What if? Yeah. There it goes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Said it like 5 times.
I heard
My
him
bad.
say it, and I was like,
I know.
that sounds right. I know.
Yeah. I was like, I was ignoring you because I was like, you thought you was trying to cut in and say, what if? But what if?
Oh.
Like, no, motherfucker. Like, I'm trying to say something.
Or bring back Marvel Comic Presents.
That was funny.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about just making like a series called Marvel Comic Presents, like the old comic book?
That'd be cool too.
This way you can have your out of time, whatever. You can even use the Watcher to say, here from another, another dimension. There you go. But no, what if it's like
I see
we're
your
changing
shit. I
everything?
see your shit highlighting, but you gotta raise your hand because I got y'all motherfuckers on low near mute when y'all in y'all seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can't interrupt shit no more,
Yeah.
huh, motherfuckers?
Talk now. Motherfucker.
I mean, all I'm gonna say, that's not the whole point of What If.
All right.
And a lot of the time when he's having like internal conversations and stuff, is with different Hulks, and sometimes from like different, dimensions and multiverses and stuff. So they could maybe utilize that in some sick way.
Yeah, I think it would be cool
What's
for
the schedule
them
like
to
next
have
Tuesday?
Hulk and Banner to have dialogue continuously throughout that
I'm not
movie or
sure.
show with one another. That would be cool to see.
Yeah.
I don't know at this point.
That
I
could
don't
be-
even
I mean,
know.
we get a
Yeah,
piece
'cause
of it,
I'm
kind
gonna
of,
do a little
where
test-
Bro,
I'm gonna do a little
that-
test run with this
Santa Monica,
with this
if you're listening.
I'm about to go find one of those.
take this
You thought of
project
my
and
dream
make
like
it your own.
that thing.
like, I mean, we kind of got a piece of that currently in the MCU, like when
Look,
Hulk was refusing to come out after he got his ass whipped by Thanos,
Right.
and he's trying to make him come out. He's like, "Come on out!" And motherfucker said, "No!" Like, we got a piece of it, but like it would be more. It would definitely be a lot better to see like the actual conversations they have
Whatever.
Yeah.
goes.
and everything.
X-Men, man.
I'm
At
gonna
the
do
end
a
of the
little-
day,
Little test
Yeah.
run.
just gotta.
Well, I'll
get
be
him in the
there.
mix.
I can be the caller.
No, this gonna be
All right.
audio.
Moving on to the next topic.
I think I'm gonna.
Unless y'all got anything else you want to say about the Incredible Hulk stuff?
Discord.
No,
Nope,
no,
nope,
I'm
nope.
good.
All right.
But I can say that I mean not on the Hulk stuff, but more back on the Superman
What are you
stuff.
trying to talk
That
about?
corn sweat nigga look like a Digimon that ain't involved in the. He's like Guilmon, and you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That nigga small as fuck.
And of course, where Digivolve too. Here we go. Oh man. All right, moving on to the next topic. Logan. Huh?
Look at your neck right now, nigga.
Sorry.
Logan, ain't that movie come out like 4 years ago?
Getting my neck together. There we go. I look normal now. I'm good.
A little bit.
Okay.
Logan.
Still
All right.
ugly, though.
All right, moving on to the next topic. Logan. Not Logan, but the director of Logan is not happy with them using Wolverine inside Deadpool 3. To start that off, I'm gonna say, fuck what you talking about. We haven't really had a good Wolverine movie ever. So, I mean, Logan was the best that you had to offer us, but
Yeah. Logan was fire.
Logan was sick.
yeah. So, other than that, I really don't think you have a say so on what they want to do with these characters, especially when you got the two actors who play both of these characters in its entirety want to work together and deliver something amazing. Let them fucking do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But what? I'm confused because, like, I feel like the first time we heard anything about Deadpool 3, it was announced, like, right alongside Logan.
Yeah.
So why is this confusing now?
Yeah, I don't know why he's picking this point in time to finally say something about it. Like, if you wanted to cry about it, you should have said that shit when they first announced the shit.
Yeah, a fucking year ago. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want with these storylines. So the Logan guy can't really, you know, can't do anything about it. But I still think it's gonna be dope, regardless of where they put him or how they put him together. So that's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, I just in no way do I see that film being a flop or anything.
Yeah.
Like
But what is he mad? What is he mad about? Because that movie would take place before Logan.
It's after Logan.
After.
Yeah, it's after Logan, and apparently they haven't told us exactly, but I guess Deadpool finds some way to bring Logan into the mix, like something to do with like time travel or multiverse shit. I'm guessing they probably taken the Spider-Man situation or maybe the Doctor Strange situation. Well, they're both technically Doctor Strange situations, but you know, one of those situations that took place with the multiverse and shit like that. Maybe they had something to do with bringing them in and stuff like that. So they'll explain it in Deadpool 3, but either way,
bring in the X-Men.
Mm-hmm. Going over here, Judo. What up, Jules?
Yo.
Thanks for tuning
What
in,
up?
man.
what's up? What's up?
Oh.
What up?
What you got, Judo?
Yeah. I was looking up the director. He just wanted that to be Hugh Jackman's last Wolverine movie. So he just wished that they didn't use Wolverine. Like, he's not that pissed off, but he said the Wolverine was always gonna come back, but he just wanted to be the guy
He
that
wanted
did the
that
last
nigga
Hugh
to stop
Jackman.
working, basically.
Yeah.
He wanted that nigga to stop making money.
Yeah, who is it? Is this Hugh
Jackman's
Jackman's husband or something? I don't get it.
Fuck?
Is this Hugh Jackman's husband or
Bitch, if
something?
I want to
Like,
keep working, bitch, I'm gonna keep working.
yeah.
Damn, man, I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
Go to Comic-Con, make some money signing autographs.
Man, I don't fucking know. What kind? Who the? That's baffling. Like, who the fuck are you to?
And also it would be different if it was a character that literally didn't embody the character the entire time we've ever seen Wolverine on the big screen. Like, if there was a character like Andrew Garfield or something that played one version of Spider-Man, okay, it makes sense. But the nigga that's literally been playing Wolverine since I was a kid, nigga, like, come on, now. Let that nigga do what he want to do.
So,
Yeah.
but the one thing about the Wolverine movie was a lot of the studios that I always believed that they could have made these movies a whole lot better is that they didn't want to. A lot of it was just for a quick buck. Everybody was reading X-Men comics. Everybody loved Wolverine. So we're going to do an X-Men movie. Were they good? At the time, they were great because that's all we had. But now we know what they can actually do.
Well, I'm glad they were great for you.
Well, I mean, that was all we had.
I know that was all we had.
It's just like I keep telling my wife. I picked out the puppy. I didn't pick her out. She was the last one in the litter. So I couldn't pick nothing. So that's all I got.
Shit, some of us all we had was syrup sandwiches, but that shit wasn't great.
Yeah, but when you got nothing else to compare it to, it was. Now we do. But you see, what I'm saying is that to me, that they were all quick bucks anyway. Now Marvel, who's actually trying to make decent comic book movies, now that means I just like the Hulk, they got the Hulk back, so don't screw it up anymore.
Time out.
Wait, hold on, hold on.
Go check on Steam, nigga.
Yeah, he over there spazzing the fuck out.
You all right over there, G?
Over there doing the Harlem Shake and shit.
Oh, okay. I thought you was on a seizure or something, bro.
All right. What's up, Jules?
What's up, GC? You guys know me. I am undercover. I could be a superhero. It is me, Vidiot.
Oh my God.
What's up? How you guys doing?
The
I'm so
return.
happy I found you guys, man.
The return of
Long
Vidiot.
time ago.
What's up, man?
What's up?
I recognize the voice. I was like, it's right there. I like, it sounds like fucking Vidiot, but like, I don't want to fucking.
Why would you get rid of a legendary ass name like Vidiot though, bro? That damn near need to be copyrighted.
Look, man, it is changing now, you know, because like I found out like in Horizon, it was like, hey guys, you still remember? And everybody's like, I don't know who the Jules is. I felt like really like, you know, like the superhero. That it's a probably I felt like Clark Kent, you know. It's like, oh wait, I'm just Clark, you know. It's like I'm not Superman, not anything. But yeah, I heard you guys talking about like the Hulk because like I saw it on the Facebook thing. It was like, watching the stream. I thought like, gonna find out that guy, and then I thought like, I always think like how sword, how is it possible that somebody that is a he's like the Hulk is the guy's a professor, right? Like he's got a lab and such. Yeah. How is it that's like, okay, so now he's got a lab, so he's very smart, stuff like that. And all of a sudden, he loses control, and then he becomes dumb. It's like, I always thought, like how actually, it's like, yeah, I'm very, and, you know, it's like, I've got a normal life, and then all of a sudden, he becomes green, and then it's like, I'm Hulk, I smash. Like, how can you become, like, okay, so he got muscle, and then he leaves his intelligence. How does it work?
He sacrifices intelligence.
So it's too. So the thing that comes about with the whole Hulk and Banner situation is they're actually two different entities sharing the same body.
Oh,
yeah. So it's two totally like the Hulk is a mind of its own. Banner is a mind of his own. Whenever basically whoever body is there, that's where the mind is. So there's. If you read the comics, and sometimes even when you see some of the animated adaptations stuff like that, you see Bruce having internal struggles, like kind of fighting off Hulk. Like Hulk wants to take over.
It's like I don't want him to become stupid,
and vice versa. Like when Hulk is there, like no stupid puny Banner. Like he's referring to Banner because like it's an actual another person to him. Like it's two people sharing the same vessel.
So when it's Hulk, and then Banner comes back, it's trying to fight Banner. It's like, no, do not talk some sense into me. You know, it's like, hey, you should pay your bills. Like, no, don't now. You know, it's like so it's a constant fight. But well, actually, I understand better now. I was just I couldn't get it, and well, then they come to the comics.
Then they come to terms where when they actually get on the same page, to where, hey. Hulk, we're like, okay, you can use my body, my strength, and everything like that, and we can use your brains, which is why you got Professor Hulk, technically Professor Hulk, in the MCU right now. That's the worst adaptation of him, but the you know the other adaptations are pretty good.
Yo,
okay, that sounds like the perfect marriage
regarding Hulk. Mm-hmm. What I know Hulk. Typically, Bruce Banner typically, whenever he becomes Hulk and then like changes back to Bruce Banner, he has like no recollection of like what the fuck Hulk was doing. Does Bruce get to see like a visual representation of like what Hulk is fucking doing, or is he just like clueless?
Yeah, he does. But early off when he's first doing the Hulk shit, the early conception of Hulk is when he first gets the Hulk form. He's still kind of like trying to not really master it, but kind of like get a hold of it and everything. yeah, he has those fuzzy memories and stuff like that. But later on, once he gets more experience becoming the Hulk and switching back and forth, he sees everything
It's a bit
that's
like a
going on.
hangover.
He just can't stop it or some shit like that, or and vice versa and stuff. Like they keep track of, they remember what goes on later on. Like there's an instance where like Banner tried to kill himself because he didn't want to, he's tired of the Hulk shit.
Yeah.
And when Hulk takes over and Bruce tries to take back over afterwards, after the Hulk had it, Hulk was like, no, because you're gonna try and fucking kill us. Like, you're like no, you're not finna kill Hulk. Come on down,
That's
dude.
crazy.
That stupid version. It's like okay. So I think I get it. I think I get Banner as well. It's like sometimes it's easy. It's like, yo, I did not get in front of the line. Easy to get Hulk. It's like, yo, I really want to make this test. Not easy to be Hulk. And it sounds a bit like he had like a hunger. It was like, oh, I don't know what the fuck did I did
Like
yesterday,
fucking Limitless or something. You remember Limitless?
Oh, Limitless. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Limitless was pretty good too.
That
I like
was
it.
incredible.
Oh, it was. Actually, it was. On the other hand, I found it so stressful. I thought, like, I don't know if I would want that. It's like, even though it's very cool, I don't know if I would want that, man.
Snorting that shit.
Seems like a fucking yeah. It's like, do you see how people on meth end? That's why I wouldn't want to be the guy from Limited.
Does
Like,
call
can never
me
eat
Edward Snorton with that shit.
Edward Snorton.
Hey, you guys remember when the Hulk was I call it reverse Hulk, is when Banner had all of his brains, but he was in Hulk form. But then when he got pissed off, he would revert to Banner's form with Hulk's brain.
I don't remember that.
My bad. I had to mute myself for a second. My wife was doing the ice machine. It was like loud, but no.
You
answer your
remember
que-
that?
I mean, you just described Professor Hulk.
No, but when he would get mad, he would convert to Banner's body, but with a Hulk's brain. Because there was a book I
that
read.
sucks.
It was
Yeah,
called The
I
Savage
can
Is
see
Hulk.
that the worst of
Yeah.
No, actually, it was messed up because listen, because in the Savage Hulk, I think it was called the Savage Hulk. It was actually one of the only few novels that I read that was like that thick.
Yeah, I don't remember
And
that one.
and Hulk got pissed off because he was fighting somebody, and he reverted back. And Betty comes and grabs his ass, throws him in the car, takes his ass home. He's screaming, "Hulk kill puny, Betty, gonna kill Betty, no Betty." And Betty just beating his ass like nothing. And Hulk's sitting there throwing out threats, and then when he calms down,
Oh
he
no, this
reverts
can't be
back.
true because Hulk don't
Yeah.
even want to hurt Betty. There ain't no way.
It was some crazy shit. It was a novel called The Savage Hulk. In fact, that was one of the. In it was actually Maestro shows up. He shows up in that book.
I'm gonna have to look up this one. This sounds a little fishy.
It was. I mean, but it's like, and also they had sex in the shower.
Of course.
What?
you remember.
Puny Banner with the Hulk's brain has sex with Betty. Well, Betty Betty raped her.
What are you reading, bro?
I'm trying to figure out.
It was called The Savage Hulk. It's an old.
What website though, dog?
No, it was a book.
X video, nigga. Like,
It was an actual book. It was an actual book.
Yeah, like Lord of the Strings.
No, it was an actual book. So I got that because that was one of 30 books I've ever read in my life. Complete Book of Swords 1 and 2.
Do you
and
have
The
that?
Savage.
Do you still have that book by any chance?
No, I wish I did. I wish I
okay,
really
yeah, I
did.
need to figure out because I've never heard of this shit.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Do
money.
a little research and see if you can find that shit. Come on down, Judo. Doc, you can come
You
next.
got that.
Once you get your-
He got that shit as a PDF on some fanfic site. He got that shit.
Come on down, Doc.
right. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yo, that dude saw that on the dark side of Twitter. That's where he saw it.
Yeah, bro. I don't know
Yeah,
about
I-
that
Oh
one.
shit.
Yeah,
I
I
found
was
that
like,
some
Betty
real
Betty
things,
raped Bruce
Bruce
Banner.
Banner.
Like, nigga, what are you reading, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I gotta
serious,
see
like,
what
can
this
you
is.
imagine, like
Right.
the Hulk being in Bennett's body? I mean, that would like sucks. Like, yeah, Hulk smash. Oh, what?
I wouldn't
What?
wanna
I'm
watch
this
that shit.
nerd. You know, it's like, what the, what the hell? You know, it's that guy who comes overconfident when he drinks too much. He's like, no, no, come on, Benny, you need to get the back. No, man, I'm gonna get this guy, man. I'm gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, it's a very confusing story that whatever he's trying to describe. Maybe it does exist, but he
know.
just explained it very, very terribly. I don't know.
Yeah. You
Um,
It is.
like
It
a
is the
goddamn
Playboy version.
6-year-old.
All right, moving on to the next topic.
Okay,
Final Fantasy 16 has been released this past week. Have any of y'all been, playing it by any chance or anything, or have played it?
No.
Show of hands.
Y'all niggas don't play shit.
Yo, I know. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me tell you what I'm playing on right now. Legend of Zelda, Calamity.
And don't nobody want to hear that.
What? Age of Calamity? What you talking about,
You
man?
said
You
what
don't like it?
chlamydia?
Yeah, Age of Calamity. No, Calamity. Oh yeah, y'all missing out on the best Zelda game right there. Age of Calamity. That's what I'm playing right now.
What the fuck is what?
Age of Chlamydia.
What is
What?
that?
Okay, it's like Dynasty Warriors,
Yeah.
but with Zelda characters.
Well, Dynasty
what it
Warriors
is.
was trash. So
What? I have never heard anybody say that.
What the fuck are you
ever.
guys playing, man?
I
It's
say
just
that-
like the same as like the Hulk
You don't.
thing.
Let me guess. You don't like Dynasty Warriors either.
No, I don't like Dynasty Warriors anymore.
Oh,
I stopped liking
Yeah,
Dynasty
it was
Warriors
dope.
after like 3.
yeah, I like
was three.
back when Budokai 1 first came out was like when I was playing Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
After that, it like fell off.
Yeah,
And then,
it
not to
never
mention,
changed.
when they had that recent one that was open world that was fucking garbage.
okay. Well, did you even play Dynasty Warriors Gundam? That was pretty good.
I did
Gundam.
not enjoy it, and the reason why I did not enjoy it because it didn't feel like Gundam. It didn't at all. It was just Dynasty Warriors with Gundam skins. and I just
yeah.
didn't.
Oh, kind of like Star,
Yeah, but
kind of
Dynasty
like Star Wars
Warriors is
Battlefront,
not
right?
like Gundam.
Where it's just
Hell
like
nah.
just like Call of Duties with Star Wars skins.
Watch your mouth.
Hell no.
Okay.
It seems like all the great titles being fucked. That's for sure. It's like Dynasty Wars with DBZ, and then with Gundam Wing, and then Final Fantasy. Man, what the fuck happened? They ran out of ideas. That's
Nah,
for
but
sure.
I really, y'all niggas need to start
Although the
playing some
last
games.
Dragon Ball Z was sucked. I mean, the last Dragon Ball Z. The only thing I liked was I think it's Kakarot, right? The one that you
You said
just like,
Kakarot
fly
sucked?
around. No. I think that was the last.
I'm about
good
to tell
one.
you,
The
Exit
rest,
Stage,
no,
my boy.
man. It's like the Xenoverse thing. The Xenoverse, bit like the Metaverse. You know, it sucks, and if you don't do anything with it, it probably keeps sucking.
Well,
Sorry if suck hurts this, but
But
What up, dude?
what you got?
Incredible Hulk. It's called Incredible Hulk. What Savage Beast? Hardcover.
You
That's
said
what I had.
Incredible Hulk. What?
What Savage Beast?
What Savage Beast?
Yes, like I said, she rapes him and she's pregnant. I forgot about that. But it also shows
still
every.
sounds like a.
It's crazy. Like I said, read it.
It's
What
a manga.
Savage Beast?
I'm-
Look,
or
it was
hentai.
written by
I'm putting it in my notes.
Peter David.
Okay, so
That's who
Peter
wrote
was
it.
a perv, that's for sure.
Incredible
And the
Hulk.
artwork on the cover
The
was actually
Savage
done by
Beast.
George Perez. No, what?
what Savage Beast?
What Savage Beast?
Yeah, what Savage Beast?
All right, I just put it in. My notes.
What Savage
I'm a-
Beach this thing?
I'm gonna read this shit and I'm gonna come back next week. I'm gonna give y'all the actual description of it.
Yeah, please.
I mean, I remember. I mean, the first part is that he gets a phone call. He's doing something for some tech agency, and he had to go fight somebody. And he comes back, like I say, he gets pissed off. He turns back into Banner. Betty beats the shit out of him, In fact, actually, while he's fighting, she was working at some companies like children. You know, you bring your kids to work and drop them off, and she's
wow.
talking to the lady
daycare?
working there. Yeah. And then she turns around talking, and she's telling, and look, and she tells the guy, she tells the girl, she goes, well, she said, what's your husband's name? She said, Bruce. Says, oh, Bruce is a nice name, but men feel that name nowadays is like feminine. And she's like, oh, nobody compares that to my husband. Because him being a
Well,
Hulk,
that
you know?
escalated quickly
I'm
if that
taking-
results to rape.
This story does not make sense. I'll tell you that right now.
Look, dude, two things. One, I got grated cheese for a memory, and I'm on morphine.
Yeah, we can tell.
Okay, between the grated cheese memory and the morphine, yeah. Well, but I do remember that was a good book, and that was one of the few books I ever read.
Does that mean that we have to cancel the Hulk now, since he has like rape allegations?
It's,
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
not-
if
it-
Peter-
you can't do that because it's her with the rape allegations. It's okay
she
if she
raped
does
him.
it. It's okay if she does it.
and we all know they don't cancel women.
Nope.
no.
Yeah, they do. She-Hulk, they
not
canceled her. Supposedly she raped all those guys she was sleeping with.
Oh Lord.
Who the fuck
All
is
right.
She-Hulk?
Now,
Is there
now
a
back-
She-Hulk?
there's a She-Hulk. Yeah, there is a She-Hulk, and there's a She-Hulk.
Oh
show.
no, I don't want to picture that. I already got that idea of like
Don't waste your
Hulk
time, bro.
raping things.
All right, back to Final Fantasy 16. All right, let's start with you.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's start with you, Moji. You know, you took the head on the first one, so Moji, you go ahead and start this one off with 16. How are you enjoying it? Thoughts, all that good stuff.
It's cool as fuck. I like it. They clearly put all their eggs into the combat basket.
Mhm.
I noticed like there's no puzzles, there's no
You can't
like
take your bubble
real
off.
like
Oh,
open world exploration needed throughout the game. It's just kind of straightforward,
Let's see.
not linear.
Point B.
Yeah, point A to point B, but
Right there.
combat wise,
You give him a hug. Y'all hugged it out.
amazing. I love how they incorporated magic
After
with
the,
melee
I need to try the. I
and
don't know
then the
where the
summon
bubble
abilities.
is. Used to be very easy.
I love the
Back in
soundtrack.
the old space days.
Beautiful
I
as
think it's
fuck,
the-
dope as hell, chill as
Wait, I think if you
Any
look at your
Final
wrist-
Fantasy-
look at your
Hey,
wrist, and I think it's
yo,
the-
time
Oh
out.
yeah, the wrist.
Hey, if
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
can sit in the booth so that the camera
Ah,
don't pick
there
your
it is.
voice up,
Alright.
appreciate it.
no, I was saying I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Overall, I know it's a lot different from previous Final Fantasies, but I appreciate the change that they tried to do, the risk they took, and kind of doing something new. And I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, all right, what you got, Dub? How you enjoying the game?
Is it off?
Man, I mean, it's incredible. It's
Is it off?
I mean, I'm probably the wrong person to really talk about it because I'm such a fanatic about, you know, action RPGs or just action games in general. So I wholeheartedly, you know, approve of the, you know, change and just, I guess, direction. I mean, 15 was kind of still like an action RPG, but this one just took it to another, you know, stretch. And I think they knocked it out of the park, man. Like Moji said, it's not linear per se, like, but there's a lot more linearity than you typically would expect in a Final Fantasy game. But I don't think that really deters from the story that they're telling, because the story itself is phenomenal. I hear a lot of people comparing it to Game of Thrones. I can't really speak to that because I haven't seen it. But
Yeah, I don't see a correlation on that, but okay.
you don't see it? Okay.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
see the
couldn't
correlation
say
on it.
There's certainly a correlation. What do you mean you don't see the You
I
can't
don't.
even acknowledge the. Did you see Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I've seen Game of Thrones.
Okay. No correlation.
Explain it to me. What's the correlation you see between Game of Thrones and Final Fantasy 16?
Just in old European times.
So is chivalry. I mean, like, like, what clear correlation or do we have with Game of Thrones? Like,
No, but I did.
it's
see
a Renaissance
something-
era. I get that, but
But they said that I seen a video that was like literally comparing the two, and they were saying like, what's that dark haired character in Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones that has the fucking White Wolf or whatever.
Jon
Jon
Snow.
Yeah, Jon Snow. Like he's extremely reminiscent of Clive. I mean, if anything else, if you take away everything out of Final Fantasy, like
true.
Clive and Jon Snow have a lot of similarities. Especially even with his little brother being a fucking blonde-haired fucking kid. Like there are slight similarities. I just can't really speak to him because I haven't seen Game of Thrones like that. I only seen like the first 2 episodes.
And then
with
a little Attack on Titan.
because of the whole summonings
Yeah.
thing and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That see that I can see that there's a bigger correlation with that because you actually have the two.
It's like nations
Yeah.
relying on these beasts to
Right.
Yeah.
fucking win the Game of Thrones. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But all in all, man, phenomenal game. Playing it a few hours a day. I don't know how far y'all have got, but I haven't gotten to a point where the story has gotten stale. Like I don't even have the subtitles on, bro. I literally watch it like a TV show. I don't skip any fucking dialogue. I literally just listen and learning the characters' names, and they have the little touchpad thing where you can go into the lore and shit.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I'm
learn
taking
more
my.
about it.
I'm definitely taking my time on it because apparently this is the shortest Final Fantasy game they made. So like I'm trying to take my time and absorb all the information in.
Yeah.
Because you don't really have the ability to explore like you had in the past games to extend your gameplay anyway. So since go grab this piece of food and bring it here. Like it's when you had side quests in the other games, you would explore like world maps and everything like that. It's more of the side quests aren't the same as like the past Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
I don't even really
But
care about the side quests.
I thought I
on
read
this
something
one.
that 16 was like 70 hours or some shit.
Nah, it's if you do all the side quests and everything with it and everything.
Well,
But if
I
you
mean,
just
I
if you're
plan
just
on
doing
it.
the story, if you just go through the story like us, it's like 20, 25, 26 hours.
No, I do all the side quests, bro.
Yeah.
I don't go to the main quest until I finish the side quest.
Come on down, Judo.
Yeah, I'm doing all the damn side quests.
Yeah, I had some questions about the game because I heard that a lot of people complaining because it's not turn-based anymore. They got rid of the turn-based.
Man, they've been turn based been gone, so they can
Exactly.
they can kiss my ass.
That shit been gone since
Yeah,
13. man.
Yeah.
all right. Yeah, because it was done by somebody else. I think an American developer this time around, and they saying like it's more like Devil May Cry than fantasy, than
Yeah.
Final Fantasy. Yeah.
Because like the third, not third person. I'm about to say third person.
But
The turn
Is that a
based.
bad thing though? When the
What?
fuck have you ever said it's like Devil May Cry and that's being used as a negative? Like that's a great thing.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just people miss the like the turn-based and the role-playing type thing. Of Final Fantasy.
I mean, I
Well,
get
they
their
got a
gripe
mobile one
about
coming
it.
out.
I mean,
True.
I get their gripe about it because you know Final Fantasy kind of they set the standard for your turn-based RPG games and everything like that. Specifically being story driven or heavily story driven. We did have turn-based games before Final Fantasy, but it wasn't done. It obviously wasn't done as great as Final Fantasy, even with Final Fantasy 1 on Nintendo and shit like that. Like it's, you know, it wasn't. They revolutionized it. So, and they stuck to that formula all the way up for 13.
Yeah.
You know, well, 13 was still turn based, but it was like they kind of half and halved it. Like it was turn based, but you still had a little bit more combat control as far as
Last
getting
one
in
I
there.
played was 13. That's the one with snow, right?
Lightning.
Yeah, lightning.
Snow and lightning. Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah.
played. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, but like after 13, they went on ahead and started going through the free range combat and everything like that. So which is good to go. Like is everybody. I don't understand because everybody was asking for that when Kingdom Hearts came out. When Kingdom Hearts came out,
Exactly.
everybody started asking, "Well, I think Final Fantasy should do this." When they finally do it,
Exactly.
now you got a problem with it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's I
Bro,
get.
My
Go ahead.
bad. I was just
No,
gonna
no,
say
go ahead.
they're improving on their formula. Like at the end of the day, like if we take a franchise like Call of Duty and they were to add air combat and niggas can fly in planes and shit, nobody would ever say, "Oh my God, why don't they stick to the original formula and just have soldiers on the ground?" You know what I'm saying? Like they're expanded. Like at the end of the day, they drop movies like Final Fantasy Advent Children. There's no goddamn RPG screen that pops up when Cloud's fighting, bro. It's an action, like it's supposed to be action oriented. So I just think they improved on their original formula and like
Yeah,
all the
'cause
best
a lot
ways.
of a lot of times people don't realize, like, because I don't like platformers. Like, I refuse to play
Really?
platformers these days. And what I noticed growing up was just like, I believe, I could be wrong about this, but I believe that we got the platform
The
just because,
person
like,
that only functions in old ass shit don't want to play
With
platform.
nothing
Nah,
but platformers.
yeah, but
You either playing
No, but
Space
what I-
Invader or a platformer.
no, but what I noticed, like, games back then compared to now, before we got like the 3D stuff, it was like there was limitations to the technology. So to work around those limitations, they created these types of games, which, you know, like a game that's supposed to be like an action game, like that Batman game, the Batman game that was on Nintendo. That was probably supposed to be a 3D game if it came out now. But because of the technology, it had to be like this 2D platformer type game. And so I feel maybe Final Fantasy was turn-based just because to get that kind of, to tell those stories and get that type of action, they had to do it that way. But now they got better technology and they can do more with it, and they don't need to be locked in the turn-based is how I see it. So
No, that's a
we're
good
just
point.
not getting that.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point to look at it. I also think too, like, I think when it came to those times why they were doing the turn base, I'm not too sure if they were thinking that far as to like, well, we don't have the technology to do what we're doing today, so we're going to go ahead and just stick with this turn based shit. But back then, it was more so like it was strategy based. Like now with these action games, it's not really strategy; it's more so combat skill than strategy itself now.
And it wasn't as much of a tech limitation because they were some of the leaders in CGI at the time.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that Final Fantasy VII got me into like turn-based. Like, I didn't like turn-based RPGs. The first one I got was I think it was one of the Dragon Warriors. A friend of mine let me hold it, and he's like, "Oh, this is great." He's like, he tried to explain to me what I was going to get into. He's like, "Don't worry about that. It's still a great game." And I played it. I'm like, "Wait a minute. I'm not throwing no punches. I'm not seeing. I'm just seeing a picture flashing. Like, this is fucking stupid." And I gave it back to him, but I wish I would have held on to it because I'm like, it probably was a good game. But you know, I just my mind just wasn't ready for that type of stuff. But then when I played Final Fantasy,
No, I was just gonna say, and to piggyback off that as well, like JC was bringing up how long the game is compared to the old games. Well, the old games were turn-based, which takes up time.
true.
You know what I'm saying? So, like at the end of the day, like I'm going through this bitch button mashing like a motherfucker, like Devil May Cry. Like the matches be ending quick. So that's another factor to bring in.
That's another thing. I don't know if it's just me, but like, does the combat seem a little too easy?
Kind of.
Okay. I didn't know if it was just me or not or whatever. Like, okay.
But I be, like I said, I be doing all the side quests, and most of the time I be, you know, a few higher levels than the people I be fighting and shit too. So I don't know.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna let this guy fuck up the rest of the segment.
What's ironic is we're talking about turn-based. Of course, people are gonna get upset that something's changing with the fighting style, but that new Super Mario RPG remake is turn-based, and it's done by Square Enix, ironically. So I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
I mean,
But see, the thing about turn-based is it's easier when you have to control more than one character. Like in Final Fantasies, like 7, you're controlling 3 people.
That's a good point.
You got
That's
like
a good
that.
point.
But when I play Final Fantasy Tactics, I love the way where I had to move the characters around. You
Well,
know,
that's a
kind
whole
of like
different
you said.
genre
That's
at
what
that point.
But I know that. That's what I'm saying. But I love that combat was great. Because when I played Final Fantasy, when I was playing that, I loved the way because I was able to move my characters, do some strategizing, and
you know
I could
how I
do.
move the character? I just move the left stick up.
Yeah. Then, and you can do all that one-handed.
We getting our stick drift ready.
Right.
No stick drift. No stick drift. This is not Fast and Furious. We are not drifting. But yeah, I mean, the thing about turn-based was mostly because this way you can easily or control more than one character. So that's the thing I liked about it because it helped out when you have to use more than one. Because when you try to get too fancy and scientific, okay, I got this. My left stick is for character A. This my left stick for B, and my buttons in the back are for C. It's like, nah, that's gonna get.
I think
Nah.
they probably did it best in the remake in terms of being able to control your party
Yeah.
members, like switching in
Right,
between.
right.
Switching
And
in
you can
between.
switch to each character. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I do kind of wish they did take that into 16 because like I do kind of want to play with Sid a little bit. I do want to try like see what his moves is like and shit like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
talking about switching characters?
Yeah, switching characters like in between, like in mid fight, so switch back and forth and shit like that, just to kind of
Yeah.
have a little bit of fun and stuff like that. But also too, I guess if they did that, it might take away a little bit more from the combat system because you got to put in the configuration to switch characters to where your move pool is already. I'm still only. I got 3 different move pools, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna get big as fuck because when you hit the L1 button, yeah, L1, and you cycle through those abilities from different summonings and shit, or dominance. We don't call them dominance since that's what they're actually fucking called, but that just increases your move pool and it puts it's cool that you can switch your palette like that. And I feel like if they did add the switch character, it'll probably take away that palette to make it less in depth or something like that. So I'm good with it either way. Yeah, it would have been fun to play with like the other characters like Sid. I wouldn't switch to my dog, but other characters would be good.
Well, I can say because I know these niggas ain't gonna understand what we talking about anyway. But I know at some point in time you got to play with Joseph at the beginning, so I'm wondering, is that gonna come back around full circle?
Switch to like a story-driven part, playing with that character.
Yeah, playing as Joseph, grown up. Because at the beginning he was just 1 or 2 moves.
Yeah.
So I could see them.
He looked strong though when you did his shit. Like, I was like, when I first did a move, I was like, oh shit. And then I tried to do combo. I was like, oh, this nigga fucking can't do nothing.
Yeah. Right. What's up?
He was the one we were using in the opening intro, right? As the Phoenix.
Yeah. Right.
That shit was play.
Epic, bro. Epic.
What you got, Doc?
Do they have a demo I can try out?
They do have a demo.
They do. And it's incredible, bro.
All right.
That's literally what sold me, bro. Like, what? I mean, I was already sold. I was gonna get it anyway, but when I played that demo, bro, there's no way I wasn't gonna touch that shit.
Yeah, I didn't play it. I didn't play the demo though. Yeah.
I'm about to go download it right now.
It's PS5 demo.
Did your data from the demo carry over or no?
Yeah, it did.
It did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's on PS4 too, right? It's not PS5 exclusive, is it?
Nah,
Okay.
it's PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
Oh,
believe
so I
it's
can't even.
PS5.
I can't even try the demo. All right.
Yeah.
You better be like
You
Lil
do that
Wayne.
shit.
You better be like Lil Wayne and upgrade you.
Upgrade.
All right. For me, with Final Fantasy 16, I'm enjoying the game. I'm loving how the story is going. As usual, fucking king of the gaming cutscene world. Like they got that down pat. I do like the fact that you get more hands on with the summonings versus the other games and stuff like that. You actually become these dominants and have combat with them and stuff like that, which is Ifrit is a fucking beast. Obviously, he's the fucking summoner slayer at this point, but yeah, like I'm liking the game. My only gripe is the fact that like I don't have the ability to explore like I used to in the other games, to where I can do all these, find these hidden secrets, these hidden locations and shit like that, and get ultimate weapons, shit like that. Like have to do the adventure grind of it. But as I've played more through the game and saw like the other aspects, I kind of understand why they went the stage route, to where instead of like traversing to these areas, you have like just the stages and shit.
Yeah.
Because of the arcade mode. So like now it's easier as a developer to set the game up in that stage thing and then add the arcade mode to where like I can go back and play it like an arcade game and go through these boss fights and these other stuff like that to get scores and everything like that. So that kind of set it up for me to kind of come to an understanding of why we don't have the exploration part anymore, which I'm okay with. It especially since you replaced it with like another entire mode instead of just taking away in general.
Yeah.
Well said.
But I am confused about I forgot the name of the other mode, but you can replay through it, or you can replay through what you've already did without the cutscenes, and I don't know. That particular mode just kind of doesn't make sense because it's arcade mode still, just without the score. So I was like, okay, maybe you kind of threw in an extra mode. But once I get further in the game, maybe it is a little different or something. I don't know. But just based off where I've been at right now, that's the assessment I have for it. So the arcade mode is definitely pretty cool because I already fucking ran through it, trying to get scores and shit like that. I can see them adding a leaderboard for it. I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually did that or some shit. Kind of compared to your friends playing the game of like who did better combat-wise and shit like that. That kind of be cool to take note of. But the combat itself it's pretty good. Extremely great visually.
Oh yeah.
I think it just feels easy right now. I don't know if it's because I'm still in the first quarter of the game. So like maybe later on it's gonna feel harder, but like right now it just feels the combat feels a little too easy. At this point, I didn't take a hit all the way up until Garuda, and then Garuda couldn't even get me halfway down. So it just seemed kind of easy. That's it. But you know, they're taking a new adventure with this game by again bringing in the free roam and the combat, the Devil May Cry like combat. They expanded on it more. I mean, they kind of had it in 15, but not to this extent to where it's like it's super combo based, like especially once you level up and shit like that, and you get more pallets and everything, like in the cooldown system with it and everything. So like they really dug into the combat system on this one. So
yeah,
it's for
Devil May Cry nigga to work.
Yeah, 16 is I understand it's really set up for the new generation of gamers because the combat is easy. These new generation of gamers don't really have, I guess, thumbs or competitive bones in their body, like when it comes to this kind of shit. So, it's that, but also too, they are aware that the people that want to play this game the most are the ones that carry that franchise all the way to where it's at now, which is people our age and everything like that. And which is another thing I want to tap on was how mature the material is. Like people getting their throat slit on camera, on you didn't see this in any other Final Fantasy. Blood in general, even in the beginning where even in the beginning where like Clive dad, like I thought he was that nigga, but apparently he turned around, got his shit cut clean off. Like,
bro, I ain't usually when they kill a character that magnitude,
it's off screen,
like a little death scene or something.
Yeah.
Where he's like, "Oh, son, do something." No, they murked that nigga. He had no other dialogue.
Yeah, and then you see the head roll on the ground and shit and everything. Like,
oh, god damn.
Yeah, so like they definitely, and that lets me know that they know how old their audience is at this point, like their actual fan base and everything. So you give it those aspects while getting the newer generations by giving them easier gameplay to do.
And part of like a lot of the time I'm playing, I almost forget that this was made by a Japanese
studio,
team. Yeah, primarily. I know they got divisions, probably globally Square, but primarily Japanese. Creative Business Unit 3 is like a smaller subdivision of Square, kind of like who made Forspoken? Luminous Studios or something like that.
Yeah, Luminous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like one of those guys. So it's basically Square, but like a little offspring of Square, and they were able to do a good job with the material they were given. all Final Fantasies are about recycling like the same themes, like the materia, the summons,
Yeah.
shit like that, and they just found a way to keep it creative. And I appreciate the risk they took on this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I don't want to hear nobody talking about the next one and shit like that because we don't get a Final Fantasy game like until like every 4 or 5 years. So just chill. Let this one sink in. Come on down.
Anybody that's talking about
on down,
another
Judo.
Final Fantasy is just dumb. We all know we're gonna get a Kingdom Hearts before we get another Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I just somebody brought this up. I'm stealing somebody's fire. Somebody brought this up on another show, but other than that,
Hold on, you cheating on us?
Right. Fuck else you talking to, man?
No, I say you guys. Yeah, I send you guys the link all the time. But anyway, my point is, I think it was the app game or something, but they mentioned like, you think there's ever going to be like a multiverse type Final Fantasy game? Like they already did stuff like it already, but like something better, like something close to what we got now. What you're talking about, Final Fantasy 16, where they just have like all the different characters from the different
What?
games.
To be honest, they tried it already, but it didn't go through because like it originally was supposed to be Final Fantasy Versus, but then it ended up getting turned into Final Fantasy Dissidia or whatever it was called. But when they announced Versus, bro, like that's what it was. It was like ultra fan service. It was like matching up all of our favorite Final Fantasy characters and shit, and that's what it was supposed to be. But it just kind of, I don't know, fell through, I guess.
Yeah, they didn't do well. They didn't do well on the combat system, which kind of the game was based on.
Right.
So
Right. And then they made it to the city and made it all fucking confusing.
yeah,
It's the worst combat ever.
but the one you're referring to with the mobile game that has a conglomeration of all the
I thought you just leveled up like.
of all, where it has a conglomeration of all the Final Fantasy characters from past games and stuff like that, and there's an actual story implemented. I'm not gonna lie, it's good. Like it definitely would have been great if they put it to a console and everything too. But like, if you are a fan of Final Fantasy, I suggest you pick up that mobile game. I think it's called like Crystal Heroes or some shit like that. I can't exactly remember the.
It's called Guys.
Isn't that thing like $40? Like,
No,
it's
I
like one
remember
of the
that
most
game.
expensive apps.
Damn, that's an old school ass game. That game was hard as fuck.
But yeah, that down. You know, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, download that on your phone and play through it. It even goes through the story to like it finds a way to connect all the characters like Tidus and fucking Cloud and everything like that. Like it's they do a story based on its multiverse, and you still have combat of course turn-based combat with those characters and everything like that that you unlock and everything like that and go through. So it's
Alright.
it's good for, you know, your hardcore Final Fantasy fans that are willing to pick up a phone game.
Oh, and speaking of phone games, they did just recently announce that there's a new mobile Final Fantasy game coming out that's after the Final Fantasy VII remake, but it's supposed to have like more characters and shit that you can use, but it's strictly mobile. And I think it's action RPG, kind of like the remake too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So for you motherfuckers that ain't got PS5, you got something to look forward to.
I mean, outside that, you can play the Final Fantasy Battle Royale game that's on the phone, which is actually not bad looking. Is it fun to play? But it looks fucking really good. Going down, Doc.
Just give me another Final Fantasy Tactics game. That's all I want.
You might be getting that wish actually, and the reason why I say that is because this past Summer Game Fest, we got a lot of Final Fantasy stuff like being kind of in the works and announced and shit like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing a Tactics,
Yeah.
but whether it comes on a console, that I don't know.
Yeah,
Or
Tactics-
whether it comes on a good console, like if anything, it'll probably end up on Switch, probably end up on, you know,
well,
mobile.
Switch is a good console. It's underrated.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Cool. It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, the Switch is good if you don't want to get out of bed when you want to play a video game. You know?
It was a good console. It was the best console at one point, but they don't know how to keep up with their audience. So
Hey, they're coming out with a new Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you was about to say something? What was you about to say?
Man,
Thought I
I
heard you
forgot.
Oh.
That shit came and went.
Yeah. But any other footnotes you want to leave for Final Fantasy 16?
No, y'all covered it well. I'm looking forward to finishing it.
Yeah. Ain't got much else to say since we ain't got much feedback from the audience, but
Yeah.
it's a great game, man. I wish y'all niggas would play it.
Yeah. Go ahead and pick that shit up if you have it. My Hero Vigilantes. For those of you that fucking care, it's not gonna be too much to talk about on it, but unless you're a heavy My Hero fan, I guess that want to expand on it. They just announced that My Hero Vigilantes will be getting an animated adaptation, so I'm assuming it's going to be thrown into the next season of My Hero Academia. Like it probably won't start off immediately with the Stars and Stripes chick is going to go into Vigilantes. I do like the Vigilantes part because it consists of people that aren't registered to be heroes acting as heroes, and they don't do things in the conventional manner. They're a little bit more brutal, a little bit more chaotic, and a lot of them have like a pretty good backstory behind them. So it'll be interesting to watch. What about you, Mosey? I know you heavy on My Hero, so how you feel about the Vigilantes getting their shine in the animated series?
I didn't know anything about that story.
Oh.
And I don't be reading the manga like that, so I never really knew what was after Stars and Stripes.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
That
I sorry for spoiling it for you.
no, it's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. No, you're good.
Okay.
But if it's as you describe it, it sounds pretty cool. So I'm game.
It's very similar to the My Villain Academia.
Oh, I love that shit.
Okay,
That's
so
so cool.
yeah, so it's right. It's you'll enjoy it. It's basically the same thing. I would say more anti-hero based this time.
I gotta see this.
Which I still never understood the term anti-hero because then that just means you're a villain. But I guess
This means you're not a nice hero.
Right.
that makes you a villain.
Yeah, arguably.
But
Tomato. But yeah.
all right. See, that was quicker than I thought it was gonna be. All right. With My Hero. So it's spot on 7:30 right now. So we'll close it out with the Q&A.
We out.
We can close it out with a Q&A. You guys can ask one question.
Wait, only one?
One.
You hear that, Kaiju?
They gonna merge 8 questions into one.
Yeah. So one question that we can all answer that pertains to the nerdum.
Okay.
No boobies included.
And no David Batista.
All right, I got one question. It's in 27 parts.
You walk.
Nah, I just said. So you guys really not looking forward to the Indiana Jones movie?
No,
I am
never
not.
cared. I never cared for that shit.
Yeah.
I enjoyed.
I'm more excited about the game that they coming out with.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Not the movie.
I'm more excited for Uncharted than.
Yeah.
Stop playing with shit in front of us.
I'm coming off my morphine high. Leave me alone.
As far as Indiana Jones, I'm a fan of the Indiana Jones franchise.
He's wagging it to JC.
I'm a fan of the Indiana Jones franchise, but this particular film, I'm not on board with. Mainly because Harrison Ford is old as shit.
Mm-hmm.
He really shouldn't be doing all this stuff. From what I've seen, like the trailer and stuff like that, like even him just walking in the room that have it CGI'd because he's too fucking
Yeah.
old.
Yeah,
Like-
it looked like it hurt.
Yeah.
Man.
And if you're gonna
He
do
did
that,
get hurt.
if you were gonna do that, you might as well have done one or two things: make a 3D animated CGI movie of Indiana Jones in general, or how about this? Stick to what the fuck you were doing with Shia LaBeouf and bring in the next generation. Even though you're not using Shia LaBeouf anymore, bring in another generation and continue that Indiana Jones shit. Stop bringing in, stop bringing in Harrison Ford. He don't even want to do the fucking movie. Like,
And y'all the niggas that were just arguing about fucking Hugh Jackman not getting the Wolverine shit. So
No, I have no look. I've always said I could care less who plays it. You can Doctor Who it all you want, but give me somebody who's going to do it with at least 90% effort into it. Because you can tell when the actors don't give a shit about what they're doing.
Harrison Ford don't give a shit about nothing right now.
But the thing is, it's still good though. He didn't want to do Star
just
Wars
fuck with
again.
Star
Look,
Wars.
look how
Yeah,
long
right.
it's been. He didn't want to do the second one.
And I don't know why he agreed to do fucking Marvel because it's gonna be worse. Like,
I know, but
yeah. Nah.
one question.
what's your, before you answer your before you ask your question, they still got to answer his. I answered my part. Doug, what you got for Indiana
Oh,
Jones?
well, yeah. It's a universal no. I'm just not excited for it.
Look, he don't even want to talk about it. He's like, just no, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, they got
What
much
about
else
you,
to
Moji?
Yeah, no, I was the first one to say I didn't fuck with Indiana Jones.
Okay.
With all due respect, I'm not saying it's a
Right.
bad series, just not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like you said though, I am interested to play the game because then we get a deeper.
Yeah.
At least for those of us that are fans of Indiana Jones and kind of like know the history of it for the most part and the lore that they did give us, it'll be cool to see these like getting deeper in the lore with video games because that's the one of the great thing about video games
Right.
is when you make video game adaptations of this kind of stuff and everything like that, you can go really deep into this shit and be
Yeah.
immersed in it. So like I'll definitely be looking forward to it.
No, you wrong on that. E.T.
No. What?
Oh well, that we're not gonna talk about that. ET had a video game and it was fucking. It's probably the worst. I think it is labeled as the worst game in history.
Yes, it is.
But but
they
that
buried
was
it
back.
in landfill.
But that was back in the late '80s. So
Yeah. That's when
you
we
know,
playing on
it's a
fucking
different
Game
time.
Gears and shit.
Yeah, that was that was a different time.
All right. My question is, what do y'all think about the Starship Hulk series?
Starship
I haven't
Hulk.
heard of it.
What y'all didn't read Starship Hulk?
Did not. Oh wait. Is this when Bruce Banner is using Hulk as a fucking Gundam? Basically.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did read that one. Okay.
Okay. What's
I
your
don't remember it
thoughts
being
on
called Starship Hulk though.
it? It's called Starship Hulk, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool concept. He's in there piloting Hulk. He has there's a little. He's literally piloting it. It's a control panel and everything, and he raises like the anger levels for power and everything like that. And he's literally driving the Hulk. All the fighting that happens, it's fucking Banner piloting the Hulk and everything. He's doing all the.
Look, and don't forget
It's-
the way he makes his power go up. He makes the Hulk fight like his enemies.
Yeah,
Yeah, in his mind, that makes him matter.
yeah. It's I didn't enjoy the concept itself in general. Like I was fine with the whole second personality inside whatever body and everything like that, and just kind of like guiding. But the whole control panel shit and everything and all kind of stuff like that kind of it messed it up for me.
Oh yeah, and then the personalities just break off to a whole crew.
Yeah, it is. I didn't care for it at all.
Oh, okay.
And then he was flying through space with it. He literally flies through space with him just like a fucking spaceship, going from destination to destination.
Wow.
It's fucking.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, it's a Hulk story that I did not fucking really care for.
I still thought it was an interesting concept.
It sounds interesting, but
Yeah,
sounds
especially
very far-fetched.
when him and the Starship Hulk like fight hulked out Thor. That was really good.
Yeah, I think that was the end of the story though. Him and Thor had to fight. I think that was the end of it, right?
No, there was more after that.
It was more after that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's the I think Devil Hulk is coming back.
No,
So yeah. Oh, you not a fan of the Devil Hulk, huh?
no. I'm not a fan of a lot of the Hulks.
But you do like Joe Fixit, right?
I don't really care for Joe Fixit either. I'm sorry, I
Walked
don't.
off. He said, "All right,
Yeah,
nigga."
I don't. I really don't. All right. Anybody else wanna ask a question for the Q&A before we dip out, or end the show, whatever? Usually Judo has one. Do you have one, Judo? I can't tell what the fuck going on with him. Is that his arm wrapped around his neck, or what the
I
fuck is
don't know
going on
what's
with it?
going on.
He look like one of them.
Okay.
He look like one of those special ed kids with the T-Rex arms. Okay, but he look normal now. Come on down. Oh,
what's your movie that you're all waiting for to come out this year? Any big movies coming down the pipe for you guys?
Ooh,
I
that's a
can't
good
think of any.
question. You got any like specific genres you like? You just
Not
need
any
general?
genre, anything. Like just whatever's on your radar.
what movie are we
Well,
looking forward to the most?
For me, easily the most anticipated film for me is Oppenheimer. I'm a big fan of
What's it
Christopher
called?
Nolan. Oppenheimer, the one
shit.
about the
with
the guy that made the
I just saw
atomic bomb.
I just saw that trailer. Yeah,
Yeah, man, I'm a huge Christopher Nolan fan, so I can't wait for that.
and it's the first time that what's his face is back in the movie, right? What's the guy that played Iron Man, Robert Downey? I ain't seen him do shit since he died.
Oh,
in Iron
yeah.
Man. Yeah, he's in it, and I think also Doctor Strange is in it, right?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tongue. I ain't saying that shit either. He's Doctor Strange, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I ain't saying that. No, what about y'all?
I'm not gonna lie. Oh, go ahead, Moji.
Mine's quick. Just Spider-Verse 3.
So no, I said this year, man. It's coming
Oh, you
out
said this year. This year.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck. What the hell else is coming out this year? Give me some. Oh, go ahead. I gotta think on the thing.
For this year, there's nothing that I'm looking forward to this year because they've already passed. You know, Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse already came, and Transformers was on that list as well. Like,
Yep.
yeah, like there's nothing
Ninja
else
Turtles.
this year.
That's this year, right?
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
Oh, yeah, that is
yeah,
this
Ninja
year.
Turtles. That do look good. As
Well, I
fuck.
can't say Ninja Turtles because I forgot about it. If I fucking remembered it, it would have been on my list. So, not saying I don't want to see it, but like, it's not something that, I'm looking forward to the most this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the ones I wanted to see the most this year already came, came and gone.
And bro, well, since y'all ain't got nothing else.
Shit, if Blade didn't get
Another-
pushed back, I would have had that on my list.
Oh yeah. Nah, but the other movie, bro, just because I seen the most recent trailer and this movie gonna be crazy. They cloned Tyrone.
Oh yeah, that's been out for they've been talking about that for a while. Man.
That shit gonna be crazy, bro, because it's literally about them niggas cloning
Yeah,
people. And they already do that shit. If niggas don't know, you can get your fucking animal cloned if you want it.
Yeah. Then
So-
this guy, he left, right? What happened at Disney? Yeah, I think his brother got his dog cloned or something.
Oh,
got,
really?
like,
Wow.
That shit
Two
expensive
clones
as
of
shoot.
his
It's like
Yeah.
two.
He got two of them. Yeah,
That's like 50
If I'm not
grand.
mistaken. Yeah, he got two.
Yo, that's like 50 grand, bro. Like to get two. Cause I was
God
actually
damn.
looking at that shit like one time. So I was like, let me do a little research on this shit and see like,
Which-
just like
which
how
one
does
of
it
those
like?
stupid ass animals you would think about cloning?
No, I
nigga?
wasn't trying to clone nothing, nigga.
Oh.
But
I'm about to
I was
say.
just, yeah, I was looking because like I was
Dumbass
looking
dog.
this. Yeah, I know, right? And and like that's why I was like looking at it too. I was like, so when they clone them, I'm like, do they act the same as the previous dogs? So like, what's the research behind it?
Right,
Like
right.
what?
Yeah, he said
I-
he said they were like two different dogs. He said. That they act
Really?
like two different dogs. Yeah, they just look exactly alike, but they act like two different dogs.
Yeah, so like that's my. So what's the point of cloning them then?
It looked like your dog.
I mean, like it look like your dog, like
Right.
yeah, like that sounds like a waste of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a.
Some
your
people
dog
get that
being-
attached, bro. Some
Yeah,
people
oh, there you go,
get
right
attached to
there.
the animal.
Yeah, ask him. Where he
Go ahead,
was-
Steam.
No, not Steve. It was the Disney.
Oh, Disney. Oh, Disney gone. Oh,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
gone now. Never mind.
Y'all know Steen don't know.
Yeah, but
nobody with
they
that
look
much
like
money.
clones though. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand with like what's the point of cloning your pet if you got to retrain a nigga?
Yeah. It would be dope if nigga just came in and started doing the same
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Huh?
That'd be tight. But...
Yep.
Yeah,
Right,
nah,
I-
but
Yeah, you
They
can
cloned
follow up on that.
Tyrone,
Just,
bro.
just make sure I got all the information right. But what I remember, he said his brother cloned his dog. He got two of them, and they act like two different dogs. That's what he said.
Yeah, that just sounds like an expensive ass dog. Don't need to be buying.
right.
What's the life expectancy on these particular like? From when I was reading it, it like they said 5 years, but like
Really?
yeah, 5 years
Oh,
is
hell
is the
no.
life expectancy on most of them.
Wow.
You could have
that's
spent
crazy.
$49,000 less and got a real dog, man.
Yeah, I know, right? for 12 years or 13, like
Right. What the fuck? That sound like you hustling backwards, dog.
yeah.
Wow, that's really sad.
But like that was like maybe 3 years ago when I was reading that. So like maybe it's further along now to where like maybe the life of I haven't looked it up since. But at that time, it's
Yeah.
like they didn't like really last that long, and like their rats and shit that they were doing on was only lasting like maybe a year or two. So you know, I don't.
Probably had like half a chromosome.
So wait, so how they cloning them? Because I thought it was just like natural birth, like they just found like a female host and just put it in, but they doing some other shit that they gotta show.
No. It is not somewhat natural birth. So what they do is they get the DNA of whatever you're cloning, and then they go ahead.
Scientific.
Yeah, and they create an artificial embryo for it and implant that into the
Oh,
into a female, and then they fucking they go through the gestation period and then give birth to it.
yeah,
You
gotta
can tell
be
this
all
nigga
like-
JC ain't. You can tell this nigga JC ain't never had the birds and the bees speech. Nigga. He like the stork comes down with the baby.
Trying to explain it without talking about like something getting fucked or something. They like,
Yeah, well.
That's funny.
All right.
Appreciate you, guys.
Okay, so that's the end of that. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Nerds of Combat VR Talk Show. Join us again next week and every week after that at 6 p.m. Central Time, right here in Horizon World or on YouTube. Twitch questionable, but I am your host, Static. No, my co-host to the left here. I mean, right. I'm sorry.
This nigga don't know what's right from his left. Speed up, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming.
My co-host to the left.
What up, Moji?
Paul McCoy.
And we are out of here. Y'all have a good night, motherfuckers.
All right.
That's another
Oh,
good one.
daggone. He gave you the wag of the finger.
It's Soto, y'all.